Welcome back to Southwest Yard and Garden. I'm Curtis Smith. I'm in a blue corn patch, New Mexico blue corn patch, and I'm here today with Dr. George Dickerson, Extension Horticulture Specialist, who in the past has done some blue corn breeding. George, can you tell us what blue corn is?
Well, this is a variety or a strain that I developed probably about 10 years ago. It's called Santa Ana. This is what's called an open pollinated type of corn. You can tell it's open pollinated because if you look across the top of this field, a very uneven type of growth. This differs from what the majority of corn is, which is what we call hybrid corn, very uniform top, very uniform types of plants. This is also what we call a flower type of corn. And if we peel this down, you're going to look inside here, you'll see that this is a very blue color to it. This blue color is in the what we call the alluron layer, which is just on the outside of the corn. And it's a flower corn because it's hard on the outside, and on the inside you're going to find this white endosperm. This goes into making products, things like blue corn chips, blue corn tortillas. It also goes into making products like atole, chakewe, and even what's called piki bread. And piki bread is this very thin type of bread the Native Americans use in a lot of their holy ceremony type programs. Now, blue corn, like I mentioned, is basically an open pollinated corn, so the yields on it are going to be considerably lower than you would hybrid corn. For instance, hybrid dent corn, the yields on them may be 10,000 pounds per acre. A regular field of blue corn that's kind of non-improved and has not been selected in maybe runs about 1,500 pounds per acre. Since this is a variety that we've improved, and with a little better management, you might get as much as 3,000 to 4,000 pounds per acre.
George, what are some of the problems people run into growing blue corn?
Well, one, like other types of corn, you're going to have the biggest problem is the corn earworm. As you can see here, you can see some of this damage on this ear here. In fact, we can probably see the little fellow right there eating them. There's a couple of them there. They're major problems on any type of corn that you're growing, particularly sweet corn. But the other thing that we have a major problem with blue corn, not at this stage so much, but later on after it dries off, it tends to lodge. And what I mean by lodge, it tends to fall over. And that makes it a problem if you're going in here with a combine trying to pick the stuff off the ground to harvest it. So that's a major problem with blue corn.
Not a problem for hand harvesting, but for machine harvesting.
Right. And I think, but one of the things with blue corn that's an advantage over regular type of corn maybe go 5 to 6 cents a pound. Blue corn runs probably clean and bagged 22 to 25 cents a pound. And so there's an advantage as a specialty crop corn to growing blue corn.
So it produces less but brings more money.
Right.
Do you grow this corn the same way you grow the corn, fertilizing and such?
Okay, when we look at the nutrition on this thing, blue corn is really nice because it doesn't need quite as much nitrogen as a hybrid type variety. In fact, this fits in real well with an organic program, particularly following something like alfalfa. So this is something that you can, again, if organic growers are looking at it, it'll fit real nice into their program. The other thing really nice about blue corn is, we've done some nutritional studies on this. We have found that it's a little bit higher in lysine, and lysine is one of the essential amino acids, and it's usually lacking in most other types of corns, but because it's got a little higher in lysine, this makes it a more complete protein source. We've also found that it's a little bit higher in iron and in zinc, and also niacin on the thing. So it makes it a very, very nutritional type of corn. And then if you, in the processing of it, a lot of times they use lye to loosen up the skins and stuff around this, and they wash it out. And this leaves it very high in calcium. So if you have an osteoporosis or something like this is a very good material to eat if you're eating something like blue corn tortillas or other Mexican cuisine where you might use the blue corn.
So it can be grown organically, so it's good to grow, it's pretty, and it's good for you.
That's correct, and also you get a higher price for it, and most people like that because you make more money.
That's important. Thank you, George.
You're welcome.